What's up, family? Trail here, and I want to go over some breaking news in regards to the inflation that we are experiencing. It is causing some major concerns for Americans that were already struggling prior to the pandemic. But this is just making it even worse, and economists are suggesting that things could get worse than what they already are right now. However, President Biden has some new changes he wants to make in an effort to improve the inflation situation. But will it actually work is the question. But anyways, guys, I really want to jump into this video. But before we get started, let me remind you that I put a lot of work into these videos, and all I ask is for a simple press of the like button for me, as it really helps out this channel. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, please consider it today, as I am trying to reach 100,000 subscribers before the end of this year. But other than that, guys, hey, let's jump right into the video. Well, it's official. COVID-19 was the third leading cause of deaths in the years of 2020 and 2021, falling behind the number one spot, which was heart disease, and number two being cancer. Now, number four was accidental deaths, and the fifth leading cause of deaths in the U.S. was a stroke. But anyways, guys, we already know this was going to happen, considering COVID-19 ended up shutting down the entire world for an entire year or more, especially here in the United States. So obviously, this is definitely making the top list of one of the leading causes in deaths in the United States. Moving on, guys. Hey, in regards to that mass shooting that happened on July the 4th, well, the suspect, yes, he has confessed to actually pulling the trigger on all of those innocent individuals in Illinois. Yes, guys, he actually confessed yesterday, and this was sort of some breaking news, as we already know who actually did it. But in addition to that, in which it was also discovered that he was actually planning this attack for weeks. So he had a lot of planning involved. Also, other revealing information came out that his actual father went ahead and signed documentation 2 years ago for his son, the shooter, to actually acquire this rifle machine gun. Yes, guys, this is definitely some breaking news in regards to that. We have just got to keep these guns out of the hands of the wrong people. But yes, also other information regarding to the shooting. Yes, it was reported that the suspect actually thought about doing an attack in Madison, Wisconsin. So yes, guys, that is definitely tragic news, as this could have happened in another location. But anyways, guys, we are glad that we actually arrested the shooter, and he is sitting with no bail according to the judge. We hope that the judge gives him full booking and he will get life in prison. Moving on, guys. Hey, let's talk about Elon Musk, which is the richest person in the world right now. Yes, he just had his ninth child. Yes, guys, Elon Musk ended up having twins, and he had them with one of his top executives from Tesla last year. Now, this was some reporting news that came out this week, and yes, guys, Elon Musk has going on his ninth child that we know of so far. So yes, guys, I have a question for you. Does this make all of his children billionaires as well? I mean, if we look at it, Elon Musk is worth about $225 billion. So obviously his children, or his 9 children, should be a billionaire right now, right? I mean, he could potentially give each child $1 billion, and he would be left with at least $210 billion, which is definitely enough to survive throughout retirement. Do you guys agree? Let me know down below in the comment section. But let's go ahead and talk about the inflation that all of us are experiencing right now. Yes, here recently, Biden was caught off guard, in which he falsely claimed that inflation is worse everywhere else except for the United States. But according to this article by Fox Business News, they are saying that the U.S. rate of inflation is actually higher than most developed countries. So yes, guys, Does this mean that President Biden is actually lying again? And I mean, this is not the first time that we have seen him lying, but this is just another state, which I will go ahead and say that majority of the presidents actually lie, as well as the lawmakers, which they particularly lie every single day, which I think that's a theme down in Washington, D.C. But anyways, guys, as far as President Biden goes, he thinks that inflation is everywhere else bad, but the United States is better than other countries, which still doesn't make it right, guys. I've told you before that the United States has an inflation the highest that we have seen in the past 40 years. And now this inflation, yes, every country around the world is trying to tackle inflation right now. It's not working anywhere. Everyone is failing because of this. And a lot of this has really been strike because of the war in Ukraine that has kind of inflated everybody else because of the drastic news in relation to the oil coming from Russia and Ukraine providing wheat and other food products. So inflation, guys, is affecting everyone out there right now. And also we did hear from a CNN reporter in which he calls out President Biden, and he said Biden is actually worse than Jimmy Carter was on inflation, and Americans need to hold him responsible for this action. Now, I know me myself, guys, I do not really remember the times when Jimmy Carter was the president, but maybe some of you out there actually do. But according to the data and from this CNN reporter saying that Biden is actually doing a worse job than what Jimmy Carter did. Now, I need to go back and research exactly, see how much inflation was back in those particular times, wondering if it was more than the current inflation rate of 8.6%. I highly doubt it, but it could be. I'll let you guys know, and I'll actually put it on the screen right here if I get a chance. Now, one of the effects from this high inflation rate in this country, yes, according to this article by CNN Business, it says that retirees are becoming homeless at a higher rate than other age groups because of the inflation. Now, it says that inflation is outpacing the cost of living for millions of seniors as food, gas, rent, and healthcare costs rise. Some face the depletion of retirement funds while others are being pushed towards homelessness, according to this CNN report. Now, I will say that this is probably true because if you do have any form of savings in your bank account, you are probably having to reach down into that to get some of that money just to survive these economic times. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, if you were already living on check to check before the pandemic, and then the pandemic happened, and now we are dealing with the 8.6% of inflation rate, which means the gas prices have went up by $1.70 per gallon of gas. The food prices have gone up at least 56%. I mean, all of these things play a part in it. So obviously, if you are living check to check, you are definitely struggling right now, which means you have to look to other resources, such as going into your retirement account and retrieving some of that money just to put food on your table. I mean, come on, guys. We really need to get a tackle on this, but economists are saying that inflation could actually get even worse. But I will say on the flip side, President Biden is trying to do something about it. Right here, President Biden is preparing to take action to kind of reshape some of the previous former President Donald Trump's tariffs that he placed on China. President Biden is believing that removing some of these tariffs could cause the inflation to actually come back down a little bit. Now, it says that the administration is likely to announce action to lift a narrow set of tariffs on Chinese imports sometime this month. However, the big question is, will this actually work? Will removing the tariffs on China actually bring down the inflation in this country? I will probably say that it probably won't. If it does, only just a little bit, less than 1% So anyways, guys, it does say that the administration is likely to announce this lift, a narrow set of tariffs on Chinese imports sometime this month. Said that 3 industries industry officials and former federal officials with knowledge of the administration's plans. Now, in addition to that, also the administration is expected to announce that the U.S. Trade Representative will open a new exclusion process for companies to win exemptions from the tariffs on China. Yes, this was announced as well. Now, the senior administration official stressed that no decision on the tariffs has been made as of yet, but it's just pretty much just a conversation that is going on right now. But a decision will likely come in the same month that President Biden speaks with the Chinese president. But the administration official stressed that the call, which is still being planned, is not related to the tariff issue and rather part of an ongoing effort to maintain open lines of communication between the United States and China, which is obviously a good thing. We definitely don't want China on our bad side, especially as we are dealing with the issues in Russia right now. Now, according to economics, as well as what the Fed said earlier this week, the Fed said that they are seeing even more restrictive policies as likely if the inflation does not come down. So yes, guys, what this means is that if the inflation doesn't come down soon, the Fed could be forced to put even more of a strangle on the economy, which would in turn hopefully drive the inflation back down again. That is the hopes of the Fed increasing these interest rates. And yes, so far it has done a significant job as far as stopping the purchasing of homes in this country, causing mortgage rates to go up, causing less people to actually want to purchase homes, causing less people to actually be able to afford homes, as well as restricting people from actually being able to afford cars as well, because the interest rates have been affected for mortgages as well as car auto loans. So yes, guys, that is causing a strain on the economy, and what the Fed is hoping that this is going to slow down some of the spending in this country, which is rising inflation, which is going to turn around, and then hopefully the inflation will actually come back down once again. I know it's kind of confusing, guys, which is confusing to me as well. But anyways, guys, what can we do? I mean, the Fed is in charge, and just seeing how the Fed can control the stock market and our economy is kind of scary. All they have to do is just announce interest rates going up and putting a strangle on the economy to actually make the economy turn around at a 180 degrees and go in the other direction. But anyways, guys, that is right now that is going on with inflation in our country. President Biden believes that he can do something about it, and hopefully he can. But as far as those tariffs goes on China, I don't think that is the right direction. But it is a good thing, guys, because we are still getting majority of our products from China. So relieving some of these tariffs could cause the pricing of some consumer goods to actually come back down again, which in turn could be passed on to the consumer, you and I. But anyways, guys, hey, let me know what you think down below in the comment section, whether or not you think that President Biden needs to remove some of these Trump tariffs on China. And also, do you believe that this is going to actually cause the inflation to come back down once again? Personally, I think that hopefully the war in Ukraine will actually end very soon, which could cause a reverse reaction to the inflation, and that could cause the inflation to come back down again, as well as oil prices, as well as some other things, as well as provide more peace in this country, especially as we have been dealing with mass shootings every single day for the last 30 days. This is insane, guys. When will it ever stop? I mean, yes, I support guns, people having guns in this country. However, I do not believe that majority of Americans need one of those high-powered rifles. So yeah, just like you have your opinion about guns, I have my own personal opinion about guns as well. But anyways, guys, that's what we have going on right now with the inflation in this country, and hopefully President Biden can stand by his word and do something about it. So far, he has failed us as a president, and hopefully he has 2 more years left. He can turn it all around. But anyways, guys, hey, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But as a quick reminder, don't forget about the promotion with Webull, where they are giving out 6 free stocks after you deposit any amount of money. Also, don't forget about the Chime Bank account, where you can sign up because they are giving out $100 after you make a direct deposit of $200. But anyways, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us, as it really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.